Hi, I did a video yesterday using a minefield as an analogy, and as in part of that video, I referred to a friend who had been wounded by a mine in Afghanistan, and I was saying at the time that I don't make light of it because I knew this guy, and as luck would have it, or if maybe luck, he contacted me today, and he does it every 6 months or so. He'll just come on and say, "Hi Bob, how you going?" I say, "Yeah, good job." And today he said, "Yeah, I've got an internship with, I think it was Texas State Parks Department or something." He's doing an engineering degree, um, and he said, "Yeah, I'm really happy." He says, "Only 15 an hour, but it's a start." And I said, "Oh, gee, that's good, John. That's really great." I mean, this guy was a mess when I first met him. And I met him just after I separated. And just when I was first coming into mgtow for the first time, I didn't know any of his background, any of his details at this stage. And he was chatting to me, and I said, "Oh, I'm just a bit down." So, really, I've separated, and I don't think I'm going to be seeing. I'd sort of figured out then I was going to be alienated from my children. I said, "Oh, it's really hurting." And he said, "Bob, don't let it beat you." And I thought, "Yeah, okay." Like it's easy for you to say, mate. That's great. But yeah, you just said, "Yeah, don't let it beat you." And then slowly, the story came out, and he was in Afghanistan, and they were going through somewhere, and a guy in front of him stood on the mine, and John got the brain, blew up, and I thought, "Oh, Jesus." And then he came back and recovered, moved back with his wife and that sort of thing, and she tried to kill him. Yeah, I don't know whether he was asleep at the time, with a knife, tried to stab him, big one, and got him a few times. Uh, and yeah, they took her off to a mental home and what have you, and she didn't go to jail. But he never spoke badly about her. And I was always, oh look, the whole experience was a bit unsettling because I thought, I tend to, in my life at least, I try not always look at people who are better off than me. I look at people who are worse off as well. I mean, there are both sides of it. That's why I talk to Filipino girls and Indonesian girls, yeah, and they're living on nothing. They have no money, and I compare it to myself. I think, well, no, I'm not happy with it, and it's just something that's. I don't know whether I want this, whether John was an inspiration to me, or whether he sort of threw up this odd sort of question, and like, why are we so upset about what's happened to us? And I'm talking to mgtow that have been really hurt. Um, is it that we feel betrayed, that we thought we were on the same side and you turned around and stabbed us in the back? If we were in a war, yeah, you're up against an enemy, yeah, they're out to kill you, yeah, they're there, you're here, you can sort of see it. Is that what the problem was? Is that what really is getting to us? Because in talking to John, I I used to think that. I used to think, well, gee, I can't really talk to him and complain to him. Bloody hell, what he's been through. And by the same token, I was still hurt. I've never been able to put my finger on it. But anyway, the whole point of this video was, and it's a short one for a change, it's just to say, you know, some people in this world have it really, really, really tough, and they keep going. And hopefully, that story can be a bit inspirational. In fact, I said to John, can I, I tell, I've got a mgtow channel. Can I use your story? Can I tell it's a bit of an inspiration because I know a lot of the guys out there are hurting and hurting badly. He said, "Yeah, sure." He said, "Yeah, but it's not an inspiration." And he said, "No, I was inspired." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, I was inspired by a Green Beret who had lost his sight." I was nothing. Yeah, okay. So this is a daisy chain, is it? Sort of like we're just passing. He said, "Yeah, okay." I actually thought, after the conversation, I thought, I wonder if I could get him to do a vid and to come on, I put him on the channel and say, "Yeah, this guy's a real, you know, this is his story. This is." you know, take away from it what you will. But I mean, hell, he's been through hell, and anybody that does the wrong thing goes through hell too. This is a closing note, a final story. I was talking to him one day, and he said, had a bad day yesterday. I said, "Hey, what happened, John?" I'm thinking he had a turn or something like that. He said, "No, no, no. I was in a shop, and waiting to get served. I wanted to bought a can of Coke or something, and the a guy next to him pulled a gun. Yeah, give me the money, and whoosh, I mean, it was just quick. And John had the guy on the ground. Okay, it took the store staff about 20 minutes to drag him off before. I think the guy lived. I'm not sure, but John just went flat hammer at him, and straight into him. And there's no mucking around. Okay, but he's that sort of guy. But to talk to him, it's like, yeah, life deals these things at you, and it sort of makes me sit back at times, because I sometimes think a lot of us men have become sort of bit soft, we're not tough, as we should be. A bit sorry for ourselves, and this has happened to us, and that's happened to us, and that sort of thing. Look, I'm not belittling anything that's happened to people. I know, I feel the pain myself. But it makes you sort of wonder, is this what being bloody men's all about? Because I sort of get the feeling that we don't think so. I don't know. I still can't answer it. But I mean, John comes into my life periodically, and it's just interesting to see the development in him, and also the development in myself. It's a comparison thing. But I hope it's been some inspiration for somebody. I don't imagine it would have been, because I don't think it actually inspired me at the time. But it did make me wonder what, maybe we're supposed to put up with this shit. We don't think it's fair or anything, but maybe that's what guys do for whatever reason. I don't know. I wouldn't argue the point about it. Just maybe something to think about. Okay, that was just a short one. It's just I wanted to tell you what was fresh in my mind, and I wanted to share. I didn't want to sort of stack it up. Okay, talk later. Bye.